burning issue. This is the Thursday, and we are delighted to be back on your radio on 89.9 here in Lusaka and the surrounding areas, and that's 5FM radio. We are also live on our partner radio stations, Tuta FM radio in Mansa on 90.7 live, and we are grateful that you found time to tune in. We are also live on Muchinga radio in Chinsali, covering the rest of Muchinga province on 88.1. We are also live in the Central Province, and remember, Spice FM radio on 91.1 is carrying this live in Kabwe, covering the rest of Central Province. Copper Belt is also covered. We are live on iWave FM radio on 90.1, and remember, iWave covers the rest of the Copper Belt. We are also live in Southern Province because Wave FM on 98.7 in Mazabuka covers the entire Southern Province. We are live there. And later on, we'll ask you, our listeners, or give you an opportunity to call in and interact with our guest this morning. I'm your host. My name is Zakaria Banda. Now, remember, you can follow our convo as well on our Facebook page. That's 5FM Radio Zambia. Give comment, a question. We'll be grateful to interact with you. As far as contacts are concerned, later on I'll give you the numbers to which you can participate on, either by sending WhatsApp messages or indeed normal SMSs, and the call line as well. All right, so my guest this morning is Mr. Gilbert Liswaniso. He is the United Party for National Development, UPND National Youth Chairperson. He's in the studio with us this morning. Good morning, and welcome to the program. Good to have you, and welcome back from tour of duty.
Thank you very much, Zakaria, and also we want to thank the listeners across the country who are listening to us. Tamikira matikumbuka matitana. Hope we have a good conversation with the people of Zambia through this radio station. Chimi ya mikilani pakuti ndio mtipasako entertainment, information, and also you educate us through this radio station. We are proud of you, sir.
Great. Now, Zambia just turned 59. And how do you describe the economic position of Zambia at 59? Are you proud as a youth chair, or indeed much leaves to be desired?
Ezugwa mbili azakarian sinzakamba mungani nekaswiri was of economy, but nzakamba the way we understand within our community, within our homes, momenta kulira, momenta endera, and what we are trying to push as a nation. Kodi umoyo watu yenda bwanji. Are we trying as a nation that whatever we are bringing in on the table, are people happy? I say we, the leaders. And when I say the leaders, it is us, those in opposition, us who are in government, in any level, that are we, and also other stakeholders, the church, you talk about also the traditional leaders, all these things, or these people, we need to include them in terms of developing this country. And when you are championing to do with the economy of the country, these are stakeholders because they deal with the vulnerable people within our communities. So, Zakaria, I'll tell you this, that 59 of independence, first of all, we need to understand that one, our forefathers fought the battle, that they liberate this country to be where it is today. And we appreciate that. They've been doing that continuously until we had democracy at the end of the day. And today, you can see how democracy has brought in this nation. We have now changed the government. Maybe now this 1991 or the change of government, 2011, and
7 times now.
Yeah, and you can say democracy is working, meaning moving as a nation, and the people are able to choose whom they want to lead them, and which is very important. But what we haven't done as a nation is that we haven't dealt too much with economic freedom. We haven't done that as a nation. We haven't done that. We need to admit as a country that we didn't focus on those things. But I'm happy today that we have Excellence Hakainde Hichilema. From his beginning to champion politics, from 2006, he has been singing one song of economic freedom to this nation. That has been his song, because he realized that all these things we have attained them, but there's one aspect which we haven't done as a nation. And we want to thank the people of UPND, the people of Zambia, even those who identified Hakainde Hichilema, where he used to say, come after the demise of President Mazoka Anderson. People look into it that this one is able to carry the vision of the son of Saul of Anderson Mazoka to go to another level. We want also to thank the people who stood firm, even at a difficult time, when Hakainde had difficulty within the UPND, but they stood firm with him to say, this one is a better leader. And also want to thank himself as Hakainde Hichilema. Despite all these challenges, he stood firm to say that we are going to conquer consistency to ensure that until we form government as UPND. Today, even us, we found ourselves in the party called UPND. It is because of men and women and the youth. By that time, hold on to this party UPND. Today, we are there also. Zakaria, I'll tell you that 59 of independence now, 12 August 2021, the young people of this nation, the youths across the country, I want to thank them because they believed the song of Hakainde Hichilema that we need to deal with the economic freedom of this nation so that we can have easy jobs, employment. You talk about putting food on the table, all these things, but we can work for the next generation. We can have free education also. All these things I kind of look into it to say that these are the things we need to work with the young generation and build a foundation that will stand the testing of time. And this is what Hakainde is trying to do. So we want to thank everybody in that line. Now, the economy of this country, it has been very bad from the beginning. All of us we know. That's why even the young people voted out the PF. Now the new man has come. That now let me deal because I understand, because I'm the one who has been singing about this song. I'm the one who has been telling you, the people of Zambia, that economic freedom, that we are able to manage our life. We are able to do business freely. We are able to do whatever we want to do. Today, even just selling a bag of milk in other countries is still a crime. It's because the economy is bad. But these are the things which Hakainde want to end. But it's a process. It does not only wake up to do it, no. It's a process. That process needs leadership to sit down and look in all the areas. So we, Zakaria, we want one day, we are given an award, not for the struggle, not for what, but for the freedom of economy. These are the people who give us this economy we're enjoying today. This is the journalists who were busy talking about it. This is an award we are giving to you. I think that's the move we need to go, all of us as a nation now. But in this process, there'll be casualties. Like the casualties were in 1964 when other youths, our forefathers, died in that struggle to have that liberation, which today, the independence we are enjoying today. There are casualties. But even now, as we are trying by all means as UPND to bring things in order, there are certain decisions that will be made, which sometimes may injure us, but it's for the betterment of tomorrow. So the UPND and Hakainde Hichilema is not here to start pleasing, no, but it's to deal with the matters which you have raised. The economy of this country has been very bad. Now, let those who have been appointed, together with Hakainde, deal with these matters. But also, we, the Zambian people, we have the right to do checks and balances. We have the right to complain. We have the right to ensure that this government implements what it promised the people of Zambia. That's the way we need to move collectively, all of us. Yes, I may say we haven't done more. We could have said everybody, all of us as a nation, we didn't concentrate on building the economy of this country. So Akainde has come now that we need to build the economy of this country. And that's what he's doing. You are able to see what he's trying to do. Education-wise, all over 30 years, it has been very bad in this nation. That's why you have had a lot of complaints, because a lot of young people haven't gone to school. They don't have qualification. A lot of them. There's a complaint today in this country. But what has Akainde done? Because he realized that, yes, this nation has been lacking of education. Let me give free education first to this nation. It may not be good for you and me who haven't finished school. It is good for our children now. That 10 years from now, there will be innovation among the young people themselves. That even a politician cannot go and cheat on them. This is what Akainde is trying to put. So, what is missing within the education sector? It is us also now to bring all those things. As I can see where we are going, I want to see that one day, each school there is a book and a pen for free. This is what we are doing now. To do with that, we need to build the wealth of the country. Talking about the economy, talking about, we need to build it. So who's supposed to do it? It is us. It's bamene ise tina vota amene ise. Kulibe muntu inango azakapanga chalo chino chikale bwino. Ni ndise bamene. Because tisira chalo chino wenango azabwera bana. So all of us collectively, either opposition or ruling, we need to deal with the economy of this country. The pain will be there. The pain will be there, yes, when you are dealing with these matters. But at the end of the day, this pain, it's not permanent. Chirimunga nchipute. Chizawa hapo chidola. Po! But akachoka kajakawa. You are able to work now nicely. And you continue doing your job and everything. So, my appeal is to the people of Zambia. One, we sympathize with everybody. Whatever we are going through today as a nation, all of us as leaders in UPND, the president himself, the vice president, the chairman of the party, the secretary general of the party, the chair lady of the party, women, we, myself as a national youth chairman, we are aware. That's why we are on the ground with you. Every day, we get feedback from you. You are telling us what is happening on the ground. And you are telling us with a punch. Some of you even insult us. But we are able to pick what you are saying, which is very important for the nation. We are able to listen. It's going to be bad if even us, we are beating you back. We are doing this bad to you. But the issue is we are focusing on an ordinary citizen. That one, apezeka kuchaisa kwa waleta. Uja apezeka kwa misisi. Kuchibolya. Apezeka kalikiliki. Aba bantu aba. Apezeka mkabushi. Wamene waja. The vulnerable people. What are they saying? That's a message we are getting to. These are the taxpayers' money.
That is a question that I would like to ask you, because then you are trotting around this country, and I think the past 2 years you've been on the move to every corner of this country. Describe to me the levels of development in the rural areas at 59 years old as a country.
First of all,
off the mic, you were just telling me why last week your phone was off. It's not that your phone was off, but you were in an area where we still don't have network.
Exactly. I agree with you. And it is true. It's not even area like, it's a rural part. But I will tell you that even here, you just go a bit here in Chongwe, some of the areas, there's no network. So these are the things which this government is addressing. Where we went, yes, I am aware that towers for Zamtel now, they're going all over, which we know where there's no network. And our area's member of parliament, I think they are aware of this thing that they want pushing. I'm saying our area's member of parliament, all of them 156, I think they are concerned, because these are the areas which they represent on people. So what I went through and where I went, that's what the member of parliament also going through. He's going to visit his constituencies. So, but through my investigation, asking the leaders in all areas wherever we have gone, I said, okay, that has been a challenge. I know when we're in opposition, there was a message to say the PF have taken that, putting all towers all over. But I think it's not everywhere they put in towers. That is a fact. The issue is we need to do more to ensure the network reaches each and everybody, because menso ya tupi light ya topping imenso. Okay, so na country hapa kapale the world is changing. So vantu vengi kuziva vene vichitika. They should have network wherever they are, so they're able to catch up with what is happening in these other areas. So we cannot deprive people who should be given. In terms of infrastructure in these areas, I can tell you that CDF, Murosaka, they may not feel it. And I'll give you reasons. Imagine Oromofake clinic pa Mwamis, the big one. Because in Chawamas there's UTH, they won't feel it. Only a few of those who said that, but okay, that's a clinic. But in a rural part, was a career infrastructure in terms of these clinics, schools, it's happening. I want to admit it's happening. You talk about clean water borehole, it's happening. You talk about the same medicine, it's happening. Where we went, Nyele Tichabe, I come for almost 12 to 13 years. In a meeting, somebody said, Mwende mumuza akaende tiyamikila kuti kuno mambo tasiko na manyeleti. Because for them, wagurasa nyeleti, yeah, okay. Mwende mumuza akaende kuti kuno patirasa nyeleti pas clinic pan. Pana bwelela. We are enjoying it, at least wana watu wapola, nefeti pola. And then you ask yourself, kuno kurusaka, kugula nyeleti, tezogula. Muna murusaka nyeleti for me, because I'm aware I need to be given this thing. So wakupasa nyeleti mwe musamuzaka ma nyeleti. But at the rural part, for them, chukuru maningi. So the needs are different at the end of the day. These are appreciating just for that to say this. 2, just to find somebody who has finished grade 12. Because there are distances from where we went to come to the Boma. It's almost to 130 kilometers. So you walk 4 days to go to Boma. So when you finish grade 12, sunga bwere kuja. If it's young girl and everybody, would just stay ku Boma just to find such a person. But today, the same schools now have been approved up to grade 12. People are having now there. Papunzira kwa mene kuja. So they will move on a council or member of parliament. Muzamu pigana grade 12 certificate kwa mene kuja. So these are the things which nifuna kuuza Mazambian koti. When you go to rural part, there are many things which you're supposed to do. And CDF in the rural part, it's working. It's not a joke, it's working. Don't be cheated to say as a guy, it's working. Because the screen water number 1, 2, infrastructure, manyumba, these things are done. They made some challenges in terms of construction, the distance, which we need to address to our local government minister. That certain areas is very far in terms of transporting the building material to that area. How do we deal with it? So to avoid have shadow work at the end of the day. All these things, we got them from the people in those areas so that we can address as a party in government. So that at the end of the day, there should be any shadow work in these areas. So that a member of parliament should not have difficulties, a council chairman, no difficulty, and together with the council, that we address these matters at the end of the day. So I can tell you that in terms of infrastructure, was not there in these rural areas. But through CDF, the people themselves, they're able now to decide what is best for their own community. There's nothing in somebody to go and tell them what to do. They're able to know. In terms of my bridges, to end the from point A to point B, they're doing that. All these things, it's the people themselves. What is so exciting the people at the rural part is that Akainde has brought money back to us that we can make decisions on our own. Bakuza pa meeting, vamene achita Akainde kutipasa ndrama zatu za bwera kuno kumunzi. Ise teka chikamba vene tifuna. Meetings that go every meeting end because they are in hurry to ensure that their areas they develop. They said Uyu muntu. That's why where we went, There's two polling stations.
When you say where you went,
that
where
is
is that?
that is your constituency.
Liwa constituency.
Yes, Opango Mawad. It is in a park, a border to Mitete. It's very far. But I will tell you that people are actually to see development. They're able to tell you, and even what we are failing to do. But in terms of free education, in terms of CDF, it's impacting the lives of the people there. In terms of this constituency loan, which is given to the people, the grants, they're appreciating. And for their cooperative, it's done in a good way. They know each other. Was this village has taken, next time that village will take. And they are waiting step by step because they're seeing these things are not there. They're able to make decisions within their wards, within their polling stations. And that's the way we're supposed to move. So the UPND will concentrate to ensure that every polling station, there is an infrastructure, there is a completely, in terms of infrastructure, a clinic, a police post, everything that are there. So the people in that area, they are served very well. So 5 years from now, if we tackle on those things, we are able to know the second step will go. We are able to know as a nation to say, this one we have done, what is next? I've already told you that we want to see that as we go through the Ministry of Education, that a school, when children go to school, which already that program through the organization is coming, that children before they go to school, they need to eat. It's happening in the rural part through partnering with the government. But government now has to do more about it. So we're talking about that economic freedom we're talking about, the economy of this nation. But to do that, we let Akainde first of all create that wealth and esteem. Let's create that wealth first in all corners, all of us. And then let's use this money now accordingly to the purpose of the people of Zambia. Okay, in Drama, near clinic, in Drama, near school, in Drama, kapena ni mortuary, in Drama, kapena near court, in Drama, near bridge, kapena in Drama, near fish pond, in Drama, no dingana ngombe. Let's do those things in that way. But the people of Zambia, here in Lusaka, Copperbelt, talk about Luapula, everywhere, Central Province, that what needs do we need? Let's support the President because it means well to you. Because demonstration has already done it by giving first the CDF a lot of money to you. But how do we use this money? Are we getting involved? The people, the vulnerable people at the grassroots are there when they call for a meetings. Are we participating? Because the way we go to vote in numbers, that's the way we should also go to push for development within our areas. Don't wait until to come and vote. No. Now is the right time. The way you are talking, the way you are raising these issues within the meetings, and also speak what you want within your community. Speak about it. But if you are not there, leaders may not know. Sometimes they may accuse the councillor. Sometimes they may accuse even the council chairman and the minister, the MP. I hate you, you are not there. We need to be available so that we move together with our people. We need to move with our leaders at the same space, all of us. And also we leaders should be available to our people at the grassroots level. We need to be available, either we like it or not. I know the job is very difficult, Zach, answering calls and everything, but we have no choice. Leadership is about solving problems. Unfortunately, that's what I found to come to know now. There's no praising song to a leader, no. To expect people to say, no, but it's one song when they want to say, insults a day in and day out. Even when you provide something for your colleague to say, okay, you have done everything. It's part of the game which we are going through. But we have no choice because we have chosen this career of leadership. It's not an easy thing. When you wake up, it's about solving problems. Solving every day. You can't sleep. We have decided to do that.
So let's get political, Liswaniso, and let's be truthful. Are you worried that your party, UPND, is allegedly losing popularity in the urban areas due to the fact that people, when they voted for change, they really thought change would come in many other areas? They appreciate that there's quite some change in as far as behavior of political cadres and presence of political cadres in bus stations, in markets and all. But they still feel that this government is slowly becoming unpopular, because when it comes to law enforcement, the police have continued with practicing brutality, intolerance on a number of citizens, especially politicians as well. And as such, Zambians feel we are still doing the same. So, for example, I remember an incident of His Excellency at the time when he was in opposition, when his home was raided by police officers just trying to get him arrested. And of course, there were incidences of forcefully getting into the house. It's happening today. Like yesterday, we witnessed Sean Tembo, whose house was forcefully entered into just to have him arrested. Even at the time, he's calling for the police to be patient because he was seeking for legal representation, or the lawyers to be present. And these are comparisons that the majority are making to say, if this happened to the UPND, why is it happening under them? Because we were promised these things would not happen, but they are happening. And these are things that seem to be slowly making your party unpopular. Are you worried that we have these things going on?
I know you're asking that question on behalf of Zambian people. That is number one.
Right.
If it's a feedback you're giving to us, then the UPND will need to sit down as a party. I'm saying as a party. And being a young politician who have been in opposition for 19 years, it's not a joke. I think I can say that among the brilliant young people in this country who stood firm in opposition, understand the political move of an opposition, I think that experience I have it. I may not have an experience of the government, which I'm learning day in and day out. To ask my colleagues, I've told them that let's learn step by step. Some certain measures are put in place. Abnormal became normal in the 10 years of PF. Normal things today, they're becoming abnormal. The rule of law. So to enforce the rule of law to the mindset of the people of Zambia, after 10 years, they were faced with war. Lawlessness became normal to this nation. Let's first admit, as a country, all of us, but also in opposition, we promised the people of Zambia that there will be rule of law in this country. Zakaria, I want you to understand this, that the rule of law will apply to each and everybody, to a politician and also non-politicians. Now, the bad thing of politics or the other area, I can tell you one thing. We politicians, we get excited when we're being arrested. I get in the point there, because you are trying to bring sympathy. It's part of the game. It's part of politics. Nikamba yonindale ife tikangena mukomboni baba ngabakuru bate ya draft baja, because that's why we take wisdom, some of us bazakuuza ujamanje ni president akaende Chilema hivi Liswaniso usachite na hivi usachite na hivi usachite koma hivi ungachite na hivi ungachite na hivi ungachite, able to tell us wazaoneka ni madara zaoneka dot mungani vipo, but they've been there in politics. They've seen government go and come, and they've helped a lot of leadership. So even us, we go there kwenda kunyunga ko wisdom. So politician alliance akonda kugwiriwa akapokora panga chongo maningi. It's part of a strategy of a politician, every politician. I'll be in this radio station to tell you the truth. I have no time to come on radio station in Namo, Shta, to Chawa. No, I have no time for that, because I know that we are here to save the nation. From what we've said, 59 of independence, what have we done in this nation? We have been concentrating too much on Certain things are not good. So President Hakainde, what he's trying to put across here is to bring no mass in these institutions. That these institutions, they should be independent doing things on their own, minus anybody telling any institution to do this. But we need help at the end of the day. But don't use, again, that what we are propagating as a UPND, to use it against us as UPND.
What do you mean?
If I say rule of law, don't say to the people, rule of law mnavoterai. No. Make somebody to understand that this rule of law means what to this country. It's because of A, B, C, D. I differ with a lot of leaders, a lot of people in these institutions, the way sometimes they answer the public. Zax, get me right on this one, and anybody who is listening to me today has to listen to this. The way you are delivering your message to that one who is your client is more important. I don't want to cheat you. So there's a rule of law, but don't use the rule of law again against UPND to look as if UPND, what is doing it is wrong, what PF was doing it was right. So it's the way you are delivering yourself as an officer. You are in charge of an institution. How are you delivering the message to Zambian people to understand that this rule of law means well to this nation? It's not about UPND. It's not about Hakainde Chilem. It's about us now. Because somebody who is in State House now has said, no lawlessness. But how are you delivering your message to that individual so that an abnormal should not become normal, or a normal thing should not become abnormal?
So are you at this point
now, I'm answering to say,
thinking that the police,
hey, hang on, I've told you,
or
that
law enforcers are making your party unpopular by what they are doing?
Let me tell you, I've asked me a question. So I've given two things.
Yeah.
Number one, I've told you, a politician, those in opposition, they are happy to be arrested. Okay? I get the point, because they want sympathy. But President Hakainde and the UPN said there will be rule of law in this country. Either your opposition or a politician want the rule should be there. Giving power back to an institution called the police to conduct themselves the way they wanted. But again, it's upon the police also. How do you deliver your message? Is your message helping the party and the public of this country to understand what you are doing is the right thing or it's the wrong thing? I think that is my point I'm putting across here. Those who are listening should listen. It's not only in the police, RATSA, health, education, everyone in this institution. Here is a teacher who answer you rubbish. A parent will go home to say, I think this free education is just rubbish, not meaning well. So people should understand the free education, what does it mean to this nation? I give an example, that this country for 30 years, a lot of young people today, most of our generation, most of us haven't gone to school. Not because we're failing to go to school, but we could not afford, our parents could not afford to take us to school. Today, this country called Zambia, all grade 12 today, when they write exam, government pays for them. So a teacher should explain a child today at that school that the government here, this is what he has done. Kuti government ikuchitirani vonse. Kuti maronkana umwe wabwino. That child and the parent will say, azapatikiza mwana waende ku school. You are delivering the message. No, vana vankatebe pants vonse vivo free education va wamene hivi. Azagani that vezo chava PF enze mushe. Very much time open va upuva. So it's how you are delivering your message. And I'm telling those who are in charge, this message is for Home Affairs Minister, the IG himself, and those who are handling this institution, that it's a message. Now, are we worried that the party, UPND, is becoming unpopular in the urban? No.
And as you respond, I'm asking that question because, for example, there was just now, I've just received a press statement from a consortium of civil society organizations who they sat down and have lamented over the shrinking civic space in this country. So the consortium has actually observed the worrying trends with the failure by public authorities to protect the rights to freedom of expression and freedom of assembly, which are the bedrock of the country's democracy. The consortium has also cited the case involving the Zambia Daily Mail photojournalist who was allegedly fired for capturing people queuing up for Millie Meal in Ndola. The Independent Broadcasting Authority, IBA, caution to Hot FM radio station over their interview, which they had with Dr. Shishua, a Zambian academician, among others, as the trends contributing to shrinking civic space. And when civil society starts speaking like this, it should worry the party in government.
Let me come there.
Yeah.
My colleague, when I was thinking of democracy,
Yes.
talking about freedom of assembly, freedom of speech, Zakaria, are not people talking in this country? Can you compare the talking which is today and the talking which was in opposition? I don't know, maybe I'm in another country myself. I always ask Francis Kopena whenever Wangwira, nilikapani country kwinango. Because I'm able to see. I'm able to compare. I know where sometimes we may go wrong as government. But let me tell you this, and this message, you take it to me right here. If UPND will start using the police to be in forefront, to campaign on behalf of UPND, I'll be the first one to resign. Me now know that party UPND is gone. And I repeat, I will leave Hakainde Chilema to say, you're still a party. But as far as I know, the machine we have within UPND, 2 years in government, the insult which we are getting from Zambian people, because these who are making noise today are the same people who are making noise when we're in opposition. These are the same people who tortured us. These are the same people who arrested us. They did badly things on us. Not only to Hakainde Hichilema, but even to an ordinary woman in the market, an ordinary youth in the market. Just, they were not trading in the market. We were trading by fear. This is a fact. The same people. And after winning an election, President Hakainde said, we are starting a new life, all of us. You tell me today, if we did what PF did to MMD in 2011,
There are allegations that that's what you are doing to them.
Let me tell you.
Allegations that that's what you are doing to them.
I still
And
repeat
also,
it. Just imagine, I'm coming there.
Yeah.
I want to tell you this. All these people are making noise because his focus is a question asking me the economy of this country. That is the focus of Hakainde Hichilema, not about arresting these people. But you cannot have a country of lawlessness because you cannot build a country where there's lawlessness. You can't. You can't build a country that brings things in order when there's lawlessness. You can't. There should be law and order in the country, and then development will follow. People focus on the things which matters within their lives. So, we can be democrats. People in the market today that are able to say, UPND apa yakangiwa. They're talking. You know, Zakaria, when ukakwera bus, mubasi bakamba bantu. They'll say, vakadalism my UPND bayeserako. Free education is about free chebe unga chabe. Wakasecheba unga, it's okay. That's the message which is in the compounds. Maybe kapani namo, somebody should call me to say, so come and boss. They appreciate whatever we have done, but there's one component. cost of living is very high Liswaniso. Mumuuza akaenda asebenzele pa unga. Anatuza 50 kwacha asebenzelepo. What is in the compound? Mumuuza akaenda asebenzele pa labor laws. Shopkeeper dandaula. Security guard dandaula salary yake. I'm saying what is talking, what everybody is talking today. And it's true. A full attendant adandaula. It is true. This is a message on the ground. Is a kind of where he's aware. Are we addressing it? Yes. But let's start step by step. We are addressing step by step. Nga 230. The job of the government is to ensure that Masai is down to Angalebu is able to buy 230. Simple like that. And I think when the guns are Mutualians. So, niye dandalo ili kuni tuvivi. Labor laws, bakambati anachaka debt structuring. Acheko na kaleba structuring. That's a message when wakamba wonse kwa mkulimwinda kulikonse. That's a message on the ground. To tell you that we are on the ground, we are hearing what people are saying. And the people are talking in the bus station. They are talking in the markets.
They even boo the president on his...
For me, we have no problem booing the president. Is it a crime?
It should worry you.
Why should I worry? Because they're sending a message. It's part of politics. It takes the president to go around. Did you see anybody being beaten? The answer is no. Let's appreciate those who are talking those things. An ordinary citizen is saying, Akainde Pamela. Did you see anybody go and be such a person? There was a rally there in Bahrain when he was doing that 10 days. Did you see anybody?
That's feedback.
So, did you see anybody go and say, I'm answering those the democracy shrinking here. I'm challenging them. We're talking because of 2-3 individuals who are just insulting anywhere. You want the democracy shrinking? No, let's be serious. The issue here should be, is a citizen free to speak their mind? The answer is yes. They're talking. Even where we went in the rural part, they were able to tell us the challenges on our faces. But we were able also to respond to them, and they give us a vote. The issue is about interacting. We're talking to each other. So Akainde has demonstrated people, they want sympathy. I've already told you the how politicians behave, all of us. Akainde has never sent them to go and arrest and go. No, he has no time for that. Even us as UPND as a political party. But I've told you that where we have found an error now, let's address, and I've mentioned that to you. Message yako wekapokola. Message ya bwanji pamino gwira muntu. Is it building or destroying? Are you making this people to understand what you are doing is the right thing? It's a challenge I'm giving to you. People may think I'm very critical of the police. Yes, I know what I'm doing and I know what I'm saying. I was in opposition and I'm saying no to it myself. So deliver your message to marry with what Akainde is doing. So the people should appreciate the rule of law. Don't make the rule of law to be seen as a bad thing. The one who is executing the duty in this job. Don't make the free education to be a bad thing because of you, a teacher there. No. Don't make the health, when people are giving medicine, to look as if it's a bad thing. No. Do your duty. It's your country. Do your duty. Among Zambian people, you have been given a mandate to do the job. So me, as a national youth chairman, I'm your supervisor. And I repeat here, I am a NEC member, NMC member, a provincial team, a district, a constituency, and the ward level. We are the supervisors of our colleagues, those who are in government. Because we get feedback every day from the ordinary citizen. So when we come to your office, open your office and listen to what we are telling you. Because we are giving a feedback what people are saying on the ground. You shut your door, we'll rise again. You are choking because it's destroying what you are trying to build for this country. But where we are going, us now, we are able to know that Uja, Afro team office, we are able to see, especially in my youth. Tizivana, tu Ujani Kandile. Don't come and tell me who is this one. No, don't tell me that. Because I was part of the struggle. I don't need somebody to tell me, and I'll be telling you I was a part of the struggle. Among the few members of the UPND who went to ship under the PF regime, I'm one of them. Among the people who went on the trenches to go and mobilize for this part, I'm one of them. Either like it or not, I was one of them. I went in the difficult areas when everybody was scared. I went there.
Is
and
it still
mobilized.
painful to you?
It's painful when you are destroying what Akande is making. When you are delivering your message, especially come to the rule of law, because these guys now who are regrouping are the same people. I've said here, I'm challenging them. I've challenged them. They're the same one read the statement. I'm challenging them to say that you have seen Akande going constituency by constituency. People even rising Mapamela. Others even, but have you seen any member of UPND beating those people? The answer is no. What are we building? The democrats are talking about encouraging people to speak their mind. The president getting information on his own. We, the youths, we told the president, go and get information on your own. We thank him that he listened to us. And he went on the ground. We thank President Hakainde Hichilema. He listened to us. We, the youth, say, go on the ground and get information on your own.
Why did you do that?
It's very simple. You need to interact with these people. Let him hear what people are saying, and we'll be doing so many and many times. We'll be doing so to him because we are building him at the end of the day. We don't want people just lying to him, no, because it's normal. Let me tell you one thing, the weakness of all of us as leaders in this nation, not even in Zambia, we like listen to too much liars than people are honest. I would rather get the hardest punch from the people than every day sing a good song. Ask most of the youths around me. Me, they tell me off. So and I tell them, they'll tell me off everything. Then I change as a leader. So don't listen too much about only good things. No, listen to a bad song because it builds you as a party. You are moving as a party to another level. Well, Zakaria, I want to tell you one thing. We may condemn PF, but what lessons are we learning from PF? So we're avoiding such a thing, all of us. What lessons are we learning? There's something which I've been telling people, especially the youths. In PF, a youth chairman, national youth chairman, provincial youth chairman, or the structure of the party PF, they had no power to the youth to control them. Every individual had his own group. Ujaka group kake, Kampiongo ka group kake, Shimba Kambwiri ka group kake, GBM ka group kake, kama youth. You can't run a political party. Time of campaigning, bezo sambirana. Kaya ni wamene waja. They never campaigned, so they lost an election. So what am I learning at the national system from that side? No, people should be ordered in the youth wing. So sometimes I fight with my own leaders because me, there's something I'm learning from the PF which made them to lose an election. So you'll find me standing in your way because I don't want us to go in that way. You saw, time PF, youth are just, no. Today, no, SG aenda kuti SG. He won us an election. Chairman aende kuti. Our job is to work. Chair leader aende kuti. The leaders of the party aende kuti. Just go on the ground and mobilize. So when we hear doing that, is a problem. We can't have a lot of grouping around. They should be ordered at the end of the day.
If you have learnt a lot from the Patriotic Front, especially on the issue that you brought up earlier, that what the PF did to UPND was so bad. And there were so many allegations. It was clear that whatever the confusion that the MMD faced was sponsored by the Patriotic Front. How do you react to allegations now that the current wrangles in the Patriotic Front are sponsored by the UPND? How also do you dispel those rumors if there was a decision, for example, by the police to provide security to the Matero MP, Mao Sampa, who led some PF members in holding extraordinary conference at Mulungushi International Conference Center? Does it justify the allegations that UPND is involved in these PF internal wrangles?
Zakaria, ukabayangana waja. That team. Ija beef nialero. If you have been following politics, the beef of Mao Sampa and Edgar Lungu's group nialero. Name 2014 ija. It has nothing to do with the UPND. Let's be honest to one another. On a lighter note, Wachawama produced a president. Wamunyonga Mao Sampa. And I can count. Wakaunda, Chisari, they produced a president. Wachiruba Kasanshe, and then Ruvuto Nwandani, Mwanawasa.
Chifubu
Wa Mwanawasa, yes.
Kansanshi Chiruba.
Chiruba. Asa Mpika. Then Digarungu Chawama. Then Wengwa, Watpasa Akainde. Wamatero nao, Watisa Mao Sampa. Wamatero Wainyonga hapa.
Na kuchipata kunachoka kwa banda.
Wabanda, yes. But Wamatero hapa Wainyonga. Was it? In 2014 wanamunyonga Mao Sampa. Hapa na wewe wanyonga Watero. Ni game yao. Has nothing to do with the UPND. Are you sure? If police provided the police, the security to Mao Sampa, they were in opposition to be very happy because even you can do that, they will give you. I'm challenging you, given Rwanda, so go and have your own cover. They'll come, the police. Not pay them, they'll come.
They tried to get a permit for a rally. They didn't.
No. Let me tell you. And just to repeat here, they were told to find another day. Provide security. They were told, find another day, not this day, but find another day, give you that security you want. So even now, don't bring wrangles and UPN. We have no time for that. We want also to see that.
Are you happy to see what's going on?
It's normal in any political to have those wrangles.
As in, are you happy?
For me, the biggest political party opposition, it is PF. We want them. And I know they resolve the matters. So resolve. Those are inside matters on their own. It has nothing to do with the UPND. And
as a party in government, do you like it that opposition are in wrangles?
If there is no leadership among themselves, that's their own baby to do. Me, my concern that is the citizen doing what they want from the UPND government. That occupies all of us. We want the opposition to be strong because part and parcel in the development of this country. They need to give us checks and balances. So if they are not there, then Hamdu will do his job. This is the third political party we have in this nation. Hamdu will take over and do criticism. If the PF is in wrong, we have this political party, the third one. I've told people, the biggest opposition political party in this country, the opposition, it is PF. Second is the party of Mr. Amadou. The largest political party in Zambia, across all corners, is UPND. It's not only intact, no, it's growing every day, sir. Don't be cheated, UPND, it's growing every day. And the method we are using, my friend, I'm telling you something else. It's not a joke. So if you think UPND will lose an election 2026, you are dreaming, because you win an election using a figure. And that's why Akainde is committed to ensure that he improves the people of Zambia's lives. That's what he's doing. For him, concentration, we have told him, deal with the economy of this country. Deal with it step by step. Don't be in a hurry, step by step. When we fix something, we leave, go to the second one. It's only 2 years in it. The mandate we have been given to the people of Zambia, it is 5 years. So that 5 years, we'll use it in a way that 2026 people are able to say. And I've already given you what people are saying on the ground. I've given you. This is a common message. It's a common message. They're able to. And the end is doing that.
Do you remember the voice note that went viral of President Hakainde Hichilema
Yes.
Addressing members
Yes.
of the UPND?
Yes.
What do you make of it?
I've told you that the youths, they're able to react with the president. And I want to tell you that the youths of UPND.
First of all, what led to the president to react to that?
I'll tell you.
What happened?
Let me tell you. Simple, straightforward. We have been interacting with the president. He has never changed his number. He speaks with his foot soldiers. Okay? It's not about today. Many times has done so. And the youth also, they speak to him. And he listens. And he responds. You have never seen that in other places. But Hakainde has been doing that. Because the youths of UPND, they are loyal to him. They don't want to see mistakes. But also, he comes in to guide as a president because he's a vision carrier of the party UPND. And also telling us that I'm not only UPND, I'm a national leader. You and me, our job is to ensure that the people of Zambia who have given us a mandate, they are happy. But also you are part and parcel as a Zambian, you need to benefit from this government. Hakainde has demonstrated that. And what he needs, it is us, I hope. So Hakainde has been interacting with us, with an ordinary youth whom he fought with. He was addressing his foot soldiers. That's what I'm saying. The PF or the opposition will be very happy.
Is it true that he was responding to cries by members of the UPND who saw musicians interact with the president at State House, and musicians who are alleged to have been at the core of campaigning for the Patriotic Front in 2021, and that spiked reaction by the members? Is that true?
Let me tell you one thing first. Either true or not true, Hakainde is a Republican president. And no youth today, and I'm speaking as the National Youth Chairman, you can complain. I've said Hakainde is a vision carrier of the party UPND. And you cannot stop any individual to go and say Hakainde. You can't do that. PF used to do that, as we cannot allow that. That public office. Even the one who arrested him can go to that State House and have a talk and a discussion there. Kwamana, either like it or not, my office as a National Youth Chairman is a public office. PF, they come to me, ask you, they'll tell you. Me, I allow everybody to come to my office to have the discussion. I allow them to come. It's their office because it is us, the UPND, who is in power today. So I cannot close the gate or the door. You don't know what somebody is going through there. Some today are coming to UPND, appreciating what Hakainde has done in 2 years. Who are you, Liswaniso, to say you were not Hakainde? No. My role as a national is to bring people. In fact, we need to bring people to HH. Even if today I'm found with HH, how many times have I been with HH? I've been with him many times.
Bowman was here. He's also trying to recruit you into PF, mobilize you into PF.
Let me tell you, first of all, did you see Bowman Usambo? First of all, he's my colleague in Kazenwang, but on a serious note, Nimufonso Bowman Usambo, has he ever fought for any battle in this country? Look into history. Which political party in opposition to Bowman Usambo has gone to go and fight for a battle and they win an election? Tell me the battle Antonio Mwanza has gone. I can count all these individuals one by one. Those are Ajip. I call them Ajip. All government in power. Those they work with any government in power. Bowman Usambo join UPND as any time from now. He can't be in opposition. I can tell you people who can be in opposition. Not Jatim, Nakachinda. Has he ever fought any battle? Tell me. The same battles are foot again. My battles is MM fighting MM through PF. From PF up. Even PF when the boys of UPND. Look west around Nakachinda. He gives one history. Has he ever fought a battle? Can they recruit me, those guys? Those were that boy
in MMD, Nakachinda was alleged to be going to bed with the PF to destabilize UPND. Would you say?
Let me tell you.
He's with you in this.
Let me tell you, Bazabuela at the right time. And the doors are very open for them. And I repeat here to tell you that I know who can be in opposition in that PF. I know that one can be in opposition, that can be in opposition. Vaja vazabwera at the right time. Vapemeko first hapa, vapageko chongo, never tivamvera. But at the right time, when you sit with them one-on-one, they'll tell you that hapa mulinoma some country. Akaende what has done hapa. That's the way it's supposed to be. They'll tell you a leader should go in the ground. They'll tell you. We speak this, my friend, we speak. I've told you, me, I won't come on radio station here. I'll tell you the truth. And what the one which hates you, I'll tell you. Because even me, people tells me off. So even me, I'll tell you, tonight I'm hapo. Ni majukebox wajana ewe.
Let's talk.
Zakaria, those are jukebox. Pofaka token. So pajavesa antiba msiza Edgar Lungu zanuza vazabwela.
Let's take phone calls because I would want you to interact with our
those
listeners
are jukebox,
as well.
I'm telling you. Yes, we know them, jukebox. Other than going to other political parties because they need to be paid every month. We know them. They can't survive just when they're serving. They can't. That's why they failed to join UPND because they wanted a salary.
My guest this morning is Gilbert Liswaniso, UPND National Youth Chairperson. You are calling us on 0955-221515 on the Thursday edition of the Burning Issue. Remember, once again, the number is 0955-221515. For your messages, WhatsApp and SMSs, please send them to 0761 912493. Let's take this phone call. Good morning.
Morning, Dad. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. How are you today? Your name and where are you calling us from?
I'm Mr. Njovu calling from Mumansa.
Mr. Njovu from Mumansa.
Yes.
Please go ahead, sir.
Yeah. Anyway, I just want to say, ever since the UPN came into power, these people sound so bitter. I think they're the ones who lost the election. Even when you go on Facebook, on social media, they always sound so bitter. Now for today, I'm so surprised, and thanks to that man. So cool, he talks pakati. He talks pakati. That's the way it should be. So I just called just to thank that man that is. Nalilande shofiri pakati. Ngana Filipa Filipa UPND, batanda pavunga. He talked pakati. People are complaining on the ground. He talked about the law. We don't backfire for UPND. That's how a liberal politician should talk. If you're in unit in country, I'm not UPND, but I'm supporting the way that man is talking. He's talking. That's the way all politicians should talk. All the UPND should emulate that man when they come on radio. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Njovu, all the way from Mansa. But let me give you a Facebook message here from Ashley Moss. Okay, says your guest needs to understand that his audience was not born after 2021. He needs to understand that his audience is very enlightened on governance matters, and we are able to understand that the UPND have failed to provide tangible solution for 2 years now. Half of the 2.8 million votes they got in 2021 were on sympathy. So Gilbert must realize that the UPND have fallen out of sympathy even from their own members. Let me take one more call and then you respond. Good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm better than you.
Oh, thank you. Good to know. Your name and where are you calling us from?
This is Comrade Mkosa.
Mkosha.
Comrade, yes, Mkosa.
Where are you calling us from?
I'm calling from within Lusaka.
All right. Thank you. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Good morning, Chair Liswaniso.
Good morning, Mkosa.
Yeah. Comrade, you are speaking very well. I think politics of rise and dishonest must come to an end. It is good that it is the truth. The Zambian people voted for UPND because they decided and they realized to say the way they were being governed by the previous regime of these same people that are trying day in, day out, who have turned themselves angels overnight.
governed well. Like you mentioned to say people are being robbed money daylight in these markets at party stop. Even us parents, we started hearing our own children. Akagula chesi sapato chikuru kuja kusoweto, he started calling himself as a command. Akafika panyumba mshoona kuti ziko ya ipa. And this is a government that introduced junkies. Our children, because our children turned to be junkies because there was no law. But police is one of the new Dawn government have changed everything within 2 years. Only those more time because there is some fundamentals that I need to be worked on, more especially among cost of living. Because cost of living, you can't just do it overnight. You need to work on the fundamentals that are pointing at reducing the cost of doing business or production. I think, comrade, I just want to encourage you to do what you have been doing and do it even more. Go around because it is like propaganda. People are getting more propaganda from the opposition, the ruling party, because there is no enough people that are going around. So I encourage you to go around to do the same. I think this is what I wanted to put across.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mkosa. Let me give you one message on Facebook and then you respond. It's from Adson Joseph, who says, you have no eyes to see that the police is being used to intimidate the opposition. Those who told that things are okay, they are lying to you. Mind you, the greatest opposition is Zambians.
Let me start with Mkosa, and then I'll come. Mkosa, I want to thank you for your contribution. All of us were aware that when in opposition, for sure, ukagula chibuti, that was qualification. People were getting even promotion, haven't gone to school, they haven't done anything. They were running these institutions, leaving the people supposed to do their job. All the things I kind of said has to come to an end. It's a process. You have seen what President Akainde has done through ZNS. Those are measures we are putting in place. The same people again go around to say, no, Mamiras, forgetting that the government of UPND, what he has done is to engage even millers. I remember 2013, 2014, may his soul rest in peace, President Michael Sad. You remember he said, you millers, I'll revoke your licenses. He threatened them. You remember all of us. Not Kazin Kalawapi, time here PF. When there was Unganao Pesa 32 PF, time here 2011. 80, 90, 70, 110, 115. You remember all of us. Michael had to threaten millers. But that's not the kind of Akainde approach. No. And people are missing a point that Akainde doesn't threaten people. Akainde believes on engaging. Let's sit down. This is a problem. How do we deal with it? Collective, all of us, as stakeholders. So that the people at the end of the day, you also have something, and also people should have something. So he's addressing the issue through ZNS. You have seen the opposite turn around again. And then to you Zambians who voted now, your president now is dealing with the matter step by step to a point where all of us will say now, let's not deal with the issue of millimeter. Let's focus on other things now. That's where we are going. We thank the General Commander of the ZNS, Marit Solochi. Brilliant, hardworking man. And he has a full support of us, we the young people, because we have seen the initiative which is bringing on together President Akainde Chilem. He's a listening person. Wherever you put on the table is able to get advice, and that's how you run. And that's how Akainde Chilem is encouraging. Sit down wherever you have an issue. Sit down on the table, address it. But at the end of the day, come with a solution which will benefit the people of Zambia at the end of the day. I think that's what Akainde is building to this nation. You know, the opposition. No, Mamira's Abbas was a pesar profit. We are aware, all of us, but the issue need to address the matter. But they were engaged, all of them, that let's do with the matter in this way. And we'll continue as many millers to work together to partner with the ADNS to address the matter of high cost of living in terms of the minimum. We're going to deal with it. other one is saying they voted because of the sympathy. Fine, they voted with the sympathy. We won an election. But no one voted for UPND feeling too much of the sympathy. No. They were feeling the heat, intimidation. The rule of law went down. Cadreism. And we as party leaders also, we put in more effort to mobilize our party UPND, and we won an election. And the people of Zambia gave us the mandate to run this country. So there's no opposition leader today which can say that he's not mobilizing his political party. The one that they are lazy. It's about money. We know them. What they do now is make noise and propaganda. They come and make noise on the radio station with the hate speech. Remember, you this country. Zakaria, we need some time to reflect that this country was divided. And agendas bring everybody on board. And the examples are there. And I give an example. CDF is a reflection to say the man wants to unite this country. Tell me PF. For go to jail, CDF and opposition of person drama. 3 years, 4 years. 5 years of Pasagamos. My councillors was what I'm saying here. Not because but this man, because the question number one, the economy of this country 59 of independence. Because for him, his song was economic freedom to this nation. That's what the focus of Hakainde is. He's not focused about who is making noise there, no. But at the end of the day, because he has pronounced to say there should be a rule of law in this country, which he promised the people of Zambia, which made the people of Zambia to vote for him on 21 January election. So he's implementing. Why are you not talking about it? Dani, waronga walakwa la muleza kufu. Cheated who here? Here in Lusaka, we live in Zambia, we live with the people. I've mentioned the things here, which we will up. And I've told you here that, so that if UPND as a political party will start using the police as our campaign to intimidate people, I'll be the first one kukana. Ndachoka UPND. Then I will know that my party has gone down. But here I can tell you, I can confirm to you that the party is not down. And does not tell it when people are complaining, meaning they hate you. No. They want us to do more. Have you ever people talking about free education? No, it is sorted out. Today are people talking about the medicine in the hospital. They know it has been sorted out. So we are focusing what is in our compound. What are people saying? And we are addressing it. So the opposition, Zambian people, wherever we have gone today, I've already given an example. My buses, my bar, my wedding, wherever you go, people are discussing about UPN. Have they been beaten? Or are taken? The answer is no. You can be only telling that if you have insulted, too much insult, the police will bounce on you. Even in Okambotuka nila kainde ma big insult. Ponona. Because in tate wanga ine. Just say what you know that this will be done. But ukatunga matusi ya kulu, mkuntu mkuru wambo mtukana. Ine mwana wake nzikazitamba. Sisa vomela kai. Even you kutukana watete wako. Sisa vomela. Talitransuza pa watukana watete wanga. I have never insulted any orderly people in this country. No. I address it the way they are. They will come with a punch, but I will never insult. Because these are our leaders. Those in opposition, I can't do that. Let's differ, yes, politically, but when it comes not to our culture, Zambia, we need to respect each other. I need to respect them.
Can I take some more calls?
Take us
on 095221515 and 09761912493. That's the line for your messages. For your phone calls, it's 0955221515. Let's take this one. Good morning.
Good morning, sir. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Your name, sir, and where are you calling us from?
I'm okay, Vasila.
Bandani?
you also.
Your line is so bad. Please call us back. Your line is breaking and we can hardly hear you. 0955-221515. Let's.
Good morning, Razak.
How are you today?
Razaki, Elvis on the line.
Yes, indeed.
My chairman, are you around, my chairman?
Well, obviously. Nilipo sinenzepo pakati hapa but nilipo.
Ninamwona chemuli kusandi uja.
Teze kusandi mdala wanga, teze kumunzi.
Yeah.
Dindani timbele.
Yeah. Thank you very much for coming to that radio station after a long time, Mr. Liswaniso. As you have heard from that person who called from Mansa. I'm also from Mansa myself. But the way you carry yourself, no one can come and attack you because you are so mature these days. But what we are saying, Mr. Gilbert, is that the cost of living, as you are saying, has gone up. People are complaining. You know me, I'm a community worker. Here, where I stay, especially in my ward, no development has gone on here. I always complain, asking Mr. Zaki there. Last week, I was down in Sonda there. Just those small rains which rained in Gilbert. The houses were there. They told me that the councillor used to remove the weeds and the fruit which has accumulated in that river. But this time, 2 years down the line, no one could be. So when the rains come, I don't think those people there will be spared because it will go to one or other to Gilbert. And when we speak, but you that here, Mukamba Kamba, you are too political, especially me. Me, I'm not in good books with the MP, to tell you the truth. Because when I speak, they say I speak politically. But when I speak on behalf of the people. If you look at the development here, Mr. Gilbert, there's no development I can talk about. The CDF, the people are talking about Gilbert. Me, I'm one of those who applied. I've got a farm in Mansa, and I'm producing tomato Gilbert. You have said we should go to the land, back to the land. I've been interacting with so many people, including MPs in your party, those who have told me that no, well, but when you call them, they are quiet. They think that maybe you what we need is machinery. And I was very happy when the president pronounced that those who have got small-scale farms, especially people like me, will be backing loans, which to expand my farms there too. But where to go? We don't know. The bureaucracy in the offices. So for me, when we speak, Unga, Gilbert, Kuno, 20 kg, 200 kwacha. Then the rest, Kuribe Shoprite, Kuno Vazaki, maybe Vazaki, Vadinayo, Kunyumba Kwao. But here we have to travel to Kalingalinga. And I've never gone to Kalingalinga Shoprite to look for Miri myself. Because the time we are making so what we need is this incentive to come. Even if we nominate a container, so that everyone will be assessing this Miri. Otherwise, for me, yes, you have employed the teachers, you have employed all these nurses, but if you employ these people, then Ivanava school vaenda Nanjala. Vizapanga bwanji, Ivanava school sivazapuzira bwino because all his mind is Ankara Pamara, Kutimiri Nanjala. All what we need is interactive.
But Elvis, because of time, I will let you to give him time to respond. And I also have.
Let me just conclude in this way, Razak. So what we need, Gilbert, is to coordinate. As we have been open, me I'm open to anyone, so that we develop this country and develop our communities. You know, but you are a personal friend of what you are talking. I just have to talk to you.
Elvis,
Yeah.
when I have a different, always say these guys, I want you to tell Liswaniso in his face.
Yeah, when I say that, it's because of those people who come there, how they speak. Gilbert is talking sense there. He's talking the facts. Even when he's talking, even when he's telling me that, you know, he's agreeing that he's into civic, you know, but he's giving a solution. Never have you heard him.
Elvis, don't run away from my question. You have always said by UPND 2026, Vale Kakavaleya. And Liswaniso is not isolated from that party.
Yes.
Can you tell him now that the truth is that Avam 2026, Vale Kakavaleya? Tell him now.
Okay, let me tell him now. As long as you are not going to wait on the price of milling, the price of fuel, the price of fertilizer, and all these things, the challenges we are going through, Mure 2026, Gilbert. But if you work on this,
I hope I didn't push you against the wall, but
no.
Thank you, thank you very much, Elvis.
No.
Great. But then, quickly, let's hear from you. Maybe before you do that, let me give you one message which I think needs your response. Morning, Zach, and morning, Youth Chair. I, for one, I feel the CDF, in the thinking of His Excellency, the President, is a well-intended program. But alas, the people implementing the program are failing the President. For example, by Youth Chair, have you noticed that if constituency A does a 1x3 classroom block, everyone follows suit? The question is, are you telling me that the population in constituency A is the same in constituency B? One constituency buys a grader, everyone follows suit. Surely, does it mean a problem in constituency A is the same as constituency B? There are some constituencies who do not even need those graders, but can appreciate if agricultural machinery is bought for them to increase productivity. But why this copycat implementation of projects by Youth Chair? Is it that our leaders lack creativity? Anyway, His Excellency, I think he is watching. He will definitely hold these guys accountable one day. We lack creative leaders. This is Sachi, and he says, I love the way Liswaniso speaks. He didn't tell us where he's sending the message from, but we appreciate. Yes.
I'll start with him.
Right.
And I've been coming in this radio station here, the platform, emphasizing that when a ward councillor calls for a meeting, we the community, can we go? I keep on saying here, when the MP calls for a meeting, let's go. The mayor, let's go. The DC, let's go. Wherever you hear in your area, there is somebody who is coming. Please go and attend the meeting and air your views. These things in the urban area, it has been very difficult. The rural part, they attend. But I want to agree with him that we need to be creativity, all of us as citizens. Our members of parliament should not push an agenda as an individual, but push your ideas to the people. They may not go to school, but they've got the knowledge, they know what they want in their area. Today we are talking about the bag of minimum agriculture. So look around, because the component of those things, money, they're there. Let's look around. But all these things can be achieved if collectively, all of us, we are on the ground. We are meeting together. But if you are not meeting with our area member of parliament, then there'll be a problem. And two, it's my advice also goes to our councillors, our council chairmen, or mayors, our MP ministers, that people come to our meetings with different views. For me, take your pen, listen. No matter how punchy it will come, listen to that person who is giving his message to you. It may help. It will not help you the very day. You may go with Namutima Nuo Baba, but take note what he's saying. It will help one day in your area. Kubora kuli by Elvis. By Elvis, apatenti Mirani. Me, I would want to come to your ward. We go around, shake together with you. And I've said that I'm not going to force any member of opposition to come and join UPND. I don't believe in that myself. Me, I believe to go and mobilize, to go and talk to the people on the ground and become on their own because what Hakainde has done. But Elvis will come to your ward. We agree. We go to the end to warn what are the things failing within your ward. In terms of CDF, the question nga mwesumunatenge wa Elvis, unango natengako. I want you to say, venangu wanatengako, but nikaribe kutenga. It will help us. Don't say kulibe kuno. That won't be good because in that area, if I ask a council, tell me, vaso wanatenga na wanatenga. The issue is naimwe mtengeko. For me now, it's about Elvis. Naiva tenko drama za CDF. For him to prove the money is there. Or anything which is want to get a grant, it's a loan, it's any kind of development within the area. Let Elvis also participate in that way. I think for me, it will help to say he has been there. Now, the issue of living, the high cost of living by Elvis, these things, we have demonstrated, I've told you. We are dealing with these things step by step. We are not going to be in a hurry because we are fearing 2026 election. No, we need to deal with the matter of millimil for once and for all. At least 20 years, we should not talk about the bag of millimil. Let's talk about other issues. And these are the things that Hakainde is addressing. So he's addressing bit by bit. More than fertilizer 1,200 up at 700. And we need it cheap. But there are certain things needed to be harmonized within the system. We're talking about the high levels of cost of living. It's not something which you can just wauka by obvious mambo vichita. Or moreover, you know that the government destroyed this country.
Elvis brought out a very important issue. Now, the reason I'm bringing it up is because he's not the only one. I've got a message here from Morgan Liazambi, who says, please, we need ZNS selling points here in Zingalume.
And that's what I'm
Let me give you another one.
Yes.
Good morning, Mr. Zach. Yes, the ZNS program is workable, but giving ShopRite to sell is making the price go up further. Okay, we wish they can open their own outlets to ensure correct pricing. Secondly, put in more effort to reassure the countrymen and women's support as you carry out your mandate going forward. The CDF here in Mandevu is not working to expectation. The amount given can give good road networks here in Kabanana. Already the rains are around the corner, but nothing done as far as bridges and road patches are concerned here in Kabanana. This is Big J from Kabanana. I just thought that you can address all these at once, especially on the appeal that ZNS can do better. Instead of giving it to ShopRite, let them set up sales points that are ZNS sales points.
And I want to tell you, stakeholders are doing now. Most of now people are doing that, not only in Lusaka, but up to even in Livingston, everywhere. The points will open. People are lining up to ZNS. If you go there, you find a lot of people now, they want to open up these branches within our community, which is, it's happening. All they need is our support. And I'm happy that people are saying we need them here. Obviously, I said we want them here in Karikirik where I'm staying, so there should be a branch there. I'm assuring them that your government, and I've said General Solochi Maliti, because his creativity, together with the president, they are trying by all means to ensure that the bag of minimum comes cheaper and the minimum will come in the doorstep. That's why I've said they are also partnering with other millers to ensure that these things becomes cheaper. So processes are being done. I know we want it today, but let's give them the support. They are aware, they are dealing with this matter according to the will of you, the people, how you want it. So all these outlets, they will come in your areas. Give them. Those are the samples. Those were samples. And that's why we find that the opposition, they were crying because they know that these things are being implemented. You should understand when you see opposition crying too much or something, it's hindering their success because them, when they say the bag of minimum is high, they vamveramushe vantu kaya soza votera by UPND. Your president Hakainde Chilema, is not sleeping, is addressing this matter day in and day out. He's not sleeping. He's aware that my people need this. So he's addressing this matter. And I've mentioned things which we Zambian people on the ground we are talking every day. I've talked about the labor issues here, Zach, where a few attendant is complaining, a shopkeeper is complaining, a maid, a boy, all these things. I've mentioned them. A security guard, obvious. Ionikane mini bakamba bantu umuzi wa mkombo because the majority baikamba every day. Are we addressing the matter? And I want to say that the president is aware, is addressing the matter. But let's deal with the matter now. We're dealing with the issue of minimum. Now the issue of medicine, Mankwala. Elvis, remember last year in Kabulapan, Mankwala Hospital, Mankwala Hospital. Elvis today cannot tell me about Mankwala. Because at least the Mankwala meeting a phone clinic. Upezeka ubwela chigola and Suvia Masev is on top of everything to ensure that at least voice ifunika vitebwanji viende kwa watu. So we are doing that. So for me is that what I don't agree with everyone to say UPN doesn't know what is happening. They are saying no, because that's where we are there.
How do you respond to Vash J, who is in Kasumbalesa right now, listening to us on iWave FM radio? He says, "Va UPND vale tafien salamutalo 2026 vale." When you hear messages like this, what do you make of them as a leader in government?
First of all, we are coming in what made Kasumbalesa to vote for UPND to be in power, because there were difficulties in PF. We have coming in ourselves is to address this problem which were created by the PF. If PF was doing fine, I don't think they'll be voted the PF out. So as we're addressing these challenges on his behalf, so that he can have something at the end of the day. We are talking about freedom, economic freedom. That's what we're talking about here. And does not only requires only Akainde. Collectively, all of us, 20 million plus, we need to participate to bring down all those things that there should be free, economic freedom in this nation. You, Zach, all of us, we need to deal with this.
You don't want to help your UPND members, and yet you want us to be loyal to your party. Please, UPND leaders, think about us, UPND youths. I'm happy Kunda in Chingola.
And let me address this matter now. It's a painful, but very educative, and also.
And that's the reason why I thought I could give it to
the
you.
People tomorrow, they'll appreciate me. For me, Zachariah will continue to say that all of us as UPN members, we contributed to the win of Akainde Chilema. No one is more special than another one. No one should claim that me, I'm the friend of Akainde. All of us are friends of Akainde Chilema. Zachariah, the people who destroy the coffers of money of every nation, even PF to destroy this country, they were the cadres and the leaders of a PF. They destroyed this country. Now imagine 23 years of opposition. After winning an election, then Akainde leaves loose to every cadre of a UPND. Now ungasunga kalipa 300 kwaja today. Opa 200 kwaja. Somebody kuguma 1,000. The people who destroy a country are the same cadres and leaders of that political party. Because it is us UPN members who are very close to the coffers of this nation, not a voter. It's a painful thing, but I had to be very straight to my members in UPND. Imagine if UPND leader Akainde Chilema just repeat Open Jim and Jack Alliance. Is that a country you want to live? No. You're destroying the country. Akainde what has done is that you, Liswaniso, you have a right to participate in any program of the government today, either it's contract, employment. You are entitled, you are a Zambian. But put your things in order, in a legal way. So tomorrow, somebody should not say you are corrupt. Tomorrow I don't want you to go and steal. But because from UNIP, MMDPF, a cadre is to go and steal, is to go and get somebody's land by force. Then I kind of said no to it. Even me, I've said no to it. Don't get people's property by force, no. If there is an opportunity, engage your fellow, they are able to work together with you. That's what we are promoting in UPND. So there's no castle in UPND. Kulibe ndarama zosoberesa. Ndarama nizabeni nzama Zambians. But akaendesa na kulesa you as an individual wankalache kunyumba, thinking that chizabwera. No. Trap your national youth chairman as many as you want until we give you what belongs to you. Trap your provincial youth chairman. Trap your constituency youth chairman. What chairman? Trap your president akaende chilema. You as a party leader. It will be given, but it won't be given to you using a shortcut. The answer is no. You go in a line like everybody the way he's doing it. Yes, there's a privilege to us as members of UPND. We got that immunity because now we are in power, and that's what we fought for. It will be given to us, but can we do it now in a right way? Then also stepping on toes of Zambian people. Then they'll escort you out of power. So you should understand that number one, first, we are a volunteer of a political party called UPND. It's a painful message. And I know, as I speak here, the answer is I've been eating. The last time I slept with the anger, it was 1999. And these are facts. April, May, I can tell you, from that time, I've never slept with the anger. The issue should ask yourself that, what made me to be in opposition for so long? How did I sustain my life? But now I'm in power. Yes, I deserve, like anybody else, including the one who is in Chingola, that you need something at the end of the day. But do it in a right way. We have that immunity as party leaders because we are the one in power for sure. But we cannot break the law because I'm in power. No. If that's what we call, no, that is wrong. We need to help the president. All of us, put yourself what you need as a team. And let's work as a team. If I'm an individual cannot work, let's work as a team. If there is a land, yes, government has said, President Kaunda has said, we need to empower the women and the young to pass a land. But let's do it in the right way. Also end up a family matenga family mamboga, that's what Kaunda has told you. No. Don't go and get somebody's mind. Mambo is go no tenti thing uzani Liswaniso botimi. No. Nga mine ni ya mwine. Nga mwine avo mina kusenza na imwe. Sit down, engage each other. So remember most partner, you work. Artisan license today, kumaini, apaswa kulise Mazambians. Let's go. But uzakala kunyumba, expecting somebody. No. Go in the field, look for opportunities. Then come to our office to say, Gilbert, we'll do that on your behalf. So let's work. Let's not only blame, but also let's be creativity as individuals, as a team, the youth of UPND, than only just attacking. No, let's be creativity. And I've given an example, even the issue of milling everything. Be there. Outlet somewhere there. Ambo goodies. That's what we want to see. Vijavotenga vintu va mahala ku bantu. Bane usunga tengere muntu by force ali shunde udye. Ukwachoka misozi. Ni minyama hiyo. That's why PF went because misozi abazimaye ya widow orphani wanache kulira usiku na mzuba. Tomato yake waipwanya kitachani, indrama ni achipyango, ichite ni andani, indrama ni yawandani. You don't do that. People now became head. Today they are able to tell you to say, if you UPN swachita na hivi swachita, the only thing wasenze pachani paunga. And senze lapo. So for the UPND members, the youth, I'm saying, I'm there for you. I speak on your behalf. You know all of that. I speak on your behalf. I push for you. But I don't want you also to see your leaders, those in government, to be bad ones. No. Let's support them. But let's bring wherever you hear an opportunity, bring it. Don't close it as an individual. Bring it. But you should also understand that the office of the National Youth Chairman is not only for UPND. Understand that. My job is everybody is free to come to my office. Either ndiwe Kawalala, ndiwe Chijanki, ndiwe Ule, because these I represent them because they've got a voter's card at the end of the day. And we recruited them to vote for Hakainde Hichilema and UPND. That's why I'm proud to stand at in Boswama, Janki, Maule votes, because these people are very important. Now it's time for them also to benefit in a good way, in a normal way, in a legal way, that they benefit from this government. So they will come. And when they will come, we'll address them. Some of them, wanakuchayako iwa UPND. But the Babwera, it's because there's something which has seen what Hakainde Hichilema has done. Now you have to come and work with the UPND. You have no right to say, Hakainde Songa Pezeke Nauja. No. Hakainde is a parent of this nation. So he's allowed to meet everybody. The SG, he has the right to meet everybody. What is important and what are we discussing? Are we growing the party or destroying the party? That's the most important thing. So people come. There are many members of the PF who are joining even UPND quietly. And I've told them that Apakubi join a quietly manjab. You need to denounce them in politics. What they bother quietly, no. Forget how people they will say it, because it's in Chipani Chama Zambians, like other political parties the way they are. So for me, Zakaria, that the youth of UPND, some have benefited, some haven't benefited. I'm being honest here. This recruitment, wherever, there are UPND, there are other people in PF have benefited. Let's not cheat here. We have seen councillors of a PF, that's why they are by-elections, getting a job. Tell me how PF wenzeko UPND councillor getting cheat. But this one, they're applying on their own. They're given a job as a nurse, a male nurse, as a driver, as a teacher. We're doing that. So a UPN should not cry because why PF and cheat. That's what we've been promoting as a part that is one Zambia, one nation. We should not only talk one Zambia, one nation, then we do otherwise. No, it's to give chance to each and everybody. But also, those who are working in these offices, they should know that those who have been appointed, there is a group which has remained behind. Your leaders, your members of UPND. So when I come to your office, attend it to me. If I don't know what to do, teach me how to do it. That people don't know anything. So help, guide, to say for you to do this, do A, B, C, D. Give them also those opportunities. Not to about a office, no, in the Green National Youth Chairman. I'm a volunteer like anybody. This goes to those who have been appointed by Brenda Hakainde. And you know yourself, if you didn't have that position during PF, today we have been given that position. That's what UPN has brought you there. So give respect to UPN members. This is a message I'm sending to you also, because I'm carrying problem with the people of the National Youth Chairman here. So my youth say more now across the country. They have got immunity now. Treat them well. When they introduce themselves to you, listen and understand, guide them. Guide them. Don't tell them when do a card that chokachepano. Card up to team office analenga. So motivate them that tomorrow they can go and mobilize more so that you can remain in that position. Mwamvera, mawana kamba pa. Ni mao yanu una sonte wabonsi. Mwamvera, vena kuzani. Let's work together. Let's move things together. We will support you. And you know that the National Youth Chairman has been supporting all of you have been appointed. From zero up to there, all of you have been supporting you. They have been supporting you. So when they come, answer them in a good way. Don't answer them to look as if Hakainde is a bad person. No. And when we identify you, Tizamu Hakainde to Stimufuna. No matter how good you are to him, Hakainde Stimufuna. He's not well to you. He's decampaigning you. Then we are because a chipani chin at Chimichizaka Buera. Meantime, the kind of chipani knife, Trezeko now a mena timverako. It ends there. Don't be cheated, Zakaria. Everybody who is doing politics outside, he wants his own people also to benefit. That's why we are doing politics. Don't be cheated. Straight. But the main focus of every political party is to Zambian people. And that's what Hakainde has done. So Hakainde, the first thing what he has done is not to impress first, it's about UPND. He has to go first to the citizen who have given the majority vote. Free education, better health, clean water. You talk about the CDF itself. You talk about debt restructuring. You talk about partial withdrawal. Those who retired, give them the money. These are the things which Hakainde has done. Go back to the people who voted us. You members of UPND, yes, I've got a package now. Be in the line. But we should be organized also as leaders of UPND. Not getting things using force. And don't even call me to say, Liswaniso, if it no. ivusa kuvomerekezana. Nakana 9. That's the way we're going to work. But those who are again, let's work together. There are many people who have come to you. Let's work together. Work with them. Yes, some are PF. They will come to you. They've got ideas. You have been 23 years in opposition. They will come genuinely. It's because they have seen what Akainde has done. Allow, sit down with them, make a group, work together. What is wrong with that? Work together. You are Zambians, all of you. No, me, I'm not in that culture of the game because I understand the president, which I have, Akainde Chiremazak. I understand him. I'm not me understanding 100%, but I know the basic things what Akainde needs, what he wants to see this country. And that's why we are supporting him. That's why I won't see us Panapa. No, I have no time for it because already has given us what to do. And we'll do it on the ground to help him that he ran this country for 10 years. And we would want to see this party UPND outlive us. That's where we are there. And I conclude by saying to you from that conversation to say that party 2026 by obvious could be coming. Just get used. Just get used. We are here to stay. 23 years nanga opposition kanyamdala tika cha government first. The first term yet. Get just used. And why? That's why we are addressing those matters which are very critical. We are addressing them step by step. We are not in a hurry. Step by step. That obvious tomorrow you are able to go and give a vote to UPND. You are able to appreciate. Ikaibo fika mnyumba mwako. But if a neighbor natengako say anateko neighbor next in ndiwe obvious.
Gilbert Liswaniso, UPND National Youth Chairperson, thank you for coming and thank you for again speaking to your people.
Thank you very much, Zakaria. Ambuya Kudalisi. This radio station has been there. Who come? I know it's not easy to defend the government. Darama attacking your cardio, but we are there. We have no choice. Is to address the people and talk to them. We mean well. Akainde Chilema, President Chilema means well to this nation. That one I can assure you. If it was a wrong thing, you'll see me the first one to resign. I think you know me, I've been a volunteer, a volunteer. That's been my job at the community level. I understand the pain of the people on the ground. That's why we are there to represent them. We are pushing the agenda to Akainde Charity addresses. Akainde also is a volunteer. That has been his game. So it's a part of volunteers. That's why we are more focused, Zakaria, to address the matters affecting the people of Zambia. I'm appealing to the people of Zambia, this radio station, please, give him a support. But speak out your mind. We're not stopping to speak your mind. Speak your mind, complain, we'll listen, and Akainde will implement what you want.
I can only wish you all the best on this journey going forward.
Thank you very much.
Tune in next week